Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. As the title suggests, Steffy fires hope from the Bold and the Beautiful. Oh me, oh my, was it a good episode? It was so good. Then I'm actually going to sit there and put out another video tonight asking a very important question. What is it that hope actually does? Now, that video is going to be separate. We're going to put that for the people that that isn't watching it tonight, that can watch it tomorrow. Because I had so much fun watching the Bold and the Beautiful. And I'm like, let's keep that party going. Speaking of parties, tonight we're going to be simply talking about water soaps. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and Restless. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Let's do a quick roll call. Get this started. Freddie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Eagle Fang is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Oh, what a day, right? What a day. I swear, I felt like almost every episode was so much more livelier than General Hospital. And I know the whole Sam and everything like that. Um, but I'm still. Oof, okay, whoa. This is loud. Yeah, let's get this started. Ronnie Rhymes in the chat. How you doing tonight? Crystal is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Eagle fans said, I think Rich has stepped down and forced the Curly. He's not a boss material. He seriously let his kid girl strong home him into firing Hope. He did not give his okay to fire Hope. Steffy is a control freak. Thank you, Freddie. Freddie said, let's all be patient with Albert. He's only one person, so he will not be able to read every single comment on the stream tonight. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Freddie. Now, for my little starter drink, or as the gorgeous, amazing, sexy Queen Cat Lady says, my Kool-Aid. Black Mom says, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank God for your review. Thank God for your review. I'm still on the extended break from Bowl, but it looks like yes. Thank you, Black Mom, for watching. Like I said, I got another other part to the video. I'm actually going to be putting it out tonight. So thank you, Black Mom. I appreciate that. Always appreciate you in general. Seriously, thank you, Freddie. Oh, so good. Jonathan, how are you doing tonight? And yes, I got your video. I'm going to sit there and watch that to the stream tonight. Which is actually really interesting because it's Friday. Alicia's in the chat. It's so good to see you again. Monique says, so once again, Hope got another worshiper willing to lift a finger for Hope when she won't lift her own damn finger to save her life. Exactly. If she would have been concentrating on her line instead of concentrating on, somebody's joystick. I know, I saw both of them. Yeah, part one and part two. I'm actually very interested to watch it today, so thank you. Ron said Johnny was shaking when Kate hired Joy. I don't know about shaking, but he was definitely felt awkward. I wonder the thing is, what did Johnny wind up doing with Joy? If I end early, I may wind up doing a review on Days. We'll see. So good. But yes, as Freddie said, I am one person. There's 22 people in this chat. So I may not get to every single comment. And don't take it personal. Francis in the chat. How you doing tonight? Oh, okay, cool. All right. Thank you, Jonathan. Carrie says the Born and Beautiful promo made me so happy my prayers have been answered. Big Sam is in the chat. What's good, my guy? Black Man says now I hope was thinking about that massive. Okay, okay, Black Man, it's Freaky Friday. Tired as hell. It was good to see you. Good to see you, Samuel. I know. I saw the promo too. Alicia says I couldn't get over how confident Tate and Sophia were. Comfortable. My parents would have beaten the bricks off of me. Hmm. Letitia said it's going down between the Foresters and the Locals. Yep, that is right. That is right. Monique says Carter and Lily both are living in La La Land. There are employees that have no stake in the company. Exactly, Monique, especially with Lily's delusional ass. And we're gonna get on her ass tonight too. But can we sit there and appreciate Carter's car for a hot minute? Can we all just sit there and bask in the in the afterglow of that car? I mean, he wasn't just driving. I've seen. Listen, his car looked better than some of the cars that I've seen Sonny drive, and that man is rich. uh, I honestly, I gotta sit there and say that in so many ways, I probably enjoy Bold and the Beautiful the most. Not for any other reason, but for the simple fact that like they kissed and they played the sexy Black Ma. You know they played the sexy saxophone music and everything. Johnson says Carter. We'll give LaShanta. Johnson says Carter look of determination was interesting. Other determination are more just like I'm gonna get back at you, Forrester. You haven't seen the last of me. Freddie says Albemarle and Christina will never have the chance to reconcile with their Sam after Molly and Christina were fighting. The last time Sam was with the guild will eat Molly and Christina alive. It's a long sentence. But that's very true. Jakaris, how are you doing, Jakaris? Now, Lisa says, I've never seen Sonny drive an expensive car, maybe once. I know, but it's just. Mm. Well, see, now, Kyrie's, now you know. Now you know. Now you know. When I take my nights off, apparently I take them with Nikisha Moore. Also, Kyrie's, apparently I kidnapped Danny Bear. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Jakaris, do you think they're gonna hook up Chad with that one? Yes, I do. I do. I mean, we know that Marcy Miller isn't coming back, so yeah. Monique says with Sam's sudden demise, this will be the time for Jason to really step up. Caroline Spencer was good. Now, Alicia, I'm predicting Kelly Monica will never work again. Angle anyone? What are you what is making this prediction? What are you basing your prediction off of, Alicia? Listen, he came in that expensive ass car. That actually is very true, Kyrie's. Thank you for reminding the chat of that. I did. I did the cars. It was okay. It was a little too sappy for me. Um, it looks like Tate's gonna be a scumbag. So I'm doing great, Caroline. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Alicia, don't pretend like you don't. I mean, I have my theories, Alicia, but I would like to sit there and hear your um. I like to sit there and hear your view. Anyone just like Holly and Tay as a couple? Okay. Ron says Holly can say whatever she wants. Too late. Tate and Sophia already did the deed. Lashanta, no. Riz couldn't say no because you know why? Because Steffi is the queen of L.A. Who said my theory is the same as yours. Okay. What's good, Darby? Steffi is the queen of LA. Okay. So everyone that lives in LA has to bow down to the Queen Steffi. Freddie says, Francis says, did you see anything about dates getting renewed on Peacock? Saw a pop up, but don't know if it's legit. No, I didn't hear anything, Francis. I'll look down. I'll look down. But I didn't hear anything down. Jakara says, yeah, I really hate Steffi on the chat. I can't speak for everyone. Blackma says Steffi is the queen, all right, of a bunch of hair weave. um, Johnson says, I'll be your opinion on Xander winning Kristen. I'm not gonna lie, Ron. This is, his way of thinking is the exact reason why his mom is not in prison. Okay, it's the exact reason why his mom is not in prison. And you would honestly think, Jakara says, over, what's your thoughts on this week's days? It's been good for the most part. I mean, aside for the Sophia stuff, it's been pretty decent. Not super great, but not terrible either. Like honestly, tell you, even today's episode was pretty interesting, Chikars. So I was gonna say it was pretty decent. Johnson says, how interesting would it be for if Carter contacted Brick and recruited him to help restart Hope? You need to do something. Yeah, it's good so far. It's good so far. Alicia, the thing is, he didn't learn from last time. He's talking about, oh, I want to sit there and kill, I want to kill, I'm going to have to sit there and kill Philip. I'm like, bro, your mom is not in jail because of that, because she had to sit there and help your stupid ass out. Harry says, Days of Our Lives would be on if when Yashem was on. Yeah, sure. You say so. Sean says, Albert, what if Ivy met Finn? Um, I don't know. I mean, she still seems like she's pretty hung up on what you call it. She still seems like she's pretty hung up on Liam. So Francis says, Albert, what's your thoughts on Daniel and Tess scene today? I think that Tess got free labor, and I think that he fired Daniel up to sit there and try to clear his name. So that's good. So yeah, that's what I think. Tess got some free labor, and Daniel got fired up to actually solve his own case. Freddie says instead of Molly and Christina going to see Sam at the hospital with the rest of the family, they were just continuing to fight over some foolishness. He should have put their differences aside. Not even up. Yeah, I think you actually said that before. Yes. Um, that's why, honestly, tell you the truth, I saw them arguing today, and I was kind of just, why you don't like Joy? Chikaris, why you don't like Joy? And she hasn't been in like 5 episodes. Like, why? I mean, it's your opinion. I'm just curious. Sean says Albert Tess should be Lucy's new mom. Okay. Okay. You say so. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, hit that goddamn like button. It really does help. Really, really does help, Freddie. Thank you. Um, I had an idea. I had a thought, and I totally fucking lost it. Was good deluxe? You know what? Okay. Since we're talking a little bit about days, here's my thought. Johnny definitely was out of pocket for all the stuff that he wound up saying to Chanel, right? And that's just straight up real. Chanel did kind of annoy me today, though, if we're gonna be honest. Since they're talking about, oh well, the way she said it, she was very condescending. She was like, "Okay, I'll forgive you." And then Johnny was really happy, and Chanel was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're on a probational period." Oh, I literally sat there was like, I know she did not just sit there and say that he's on a probational period. What's good, Queen of the South? How's the Queen doing tonight? No, he didn't. I mean, honestly, tell you, Juicy Cars, no man needs to sit there and call the woman that they so called love those names. Medora, what's your doing on Carter with Eric wanting him to get a lot of debt? I mean, I see that point, Medora. See, here's my thing, Medora. Richard has straight up told him no the first time. Okay, he wouldn't have had to sit there and go to Eric to get the same answer that he would eventually got from what you call it. And I understand the whole death thing, but there's risk and reward. Francis says I really enjoyed your stream last night with Cat Lady, Dolomedics, and Jonathan. Well, thank you, Francis. Yes, no, that was actually a lot of fun. Absolutely, Jakars. We definitely need to do a stream. Um, I hit you up on Instagram. We'll set that up. Black Pink Me says I don't understand why Carter was mad that Eric said no to the proposal. I felt like he took that personal. Carter has to understand his like family, but not family by blood. Exactly. Gorgeous Queen Janet, great view on Jay's. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, Janet. It wasn't exactly easy. Thank you, Freddie. No, it was actually a lot of fun. Well, Jakara says you should. Twitter's toxic. Sean says, Albert, did you see Carter and his? Yes, I did, Sean. I said, Sean, let me tell you something. That car was fire. And Johnson says days has been renewed. Okay, that's what's up. What's good, Allison? Oh, I'm pretty sure you're not. Autumn. Since Hope is the queen of LA, everyone in Forster has to bow down and kiss her butt. Absolutely. And what a fine butt it is. She has no right to call Hope names. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Autumn, that was going a little bit too. That was going a little bit too far. I was like, you already made your point. Hope already looks stupid. Okay, I don't understand why instead of her actually packing her shit and leaving the building, she decides to stop in Ridge's office like he was gonna do something. Then she sat there crying and looking all stupid. Had to do the goddamn walk of shame. Let me open them out of there. Had to do the walk of shame out that building in front of all those models. What's good, Kristen? In front of all those goddamn models. And then she sat there and did this stupid little goofy ass monologue. And I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Medora says, I agree, but Carter wants to buy everything, including but McDonald's. But Medora, the thing is, it was an acquisition over time. It wasn't like he was just going to sit there and say, Eric, you need to buy this, and this. You know, Janet says, Carter, Black Velvet. Yes, Janet, that car was fire. That car was fire. Seriously. Ron says, good days is renewed, and Albert can't do is to try. I'm sorry, you serious? Police said, do I need to but Ron said, good days is renewed, and Albert can't do is to try and get it canceled. You sure about that, Ron? Sure about that? Hmm? Ron, you want to test me? You want to test my power tonight? Hmm? Ron, you keep playing with fire. Ron, don't make me do it to you, Ronnie Ron. Allison's that look that Carter gave the forest to Chris. Yes, Allison, yes. Janet says great act on Jace this week. Lots of Emmy nods to the future. Yes, Janet. And I did sit there and see James Dirty Deeds video where he was talking about that stuff too. I mean, the sad thing is, Janet, Natalie Grind can kill it when it comes to his acting. If she would sit there and simply stop tweeting every goddamn minute, um, she would be okay. Carrie says, Albert, the reason Summer and Kyle came back from Italian is Italy is all your fault. Oh wow. Damn, Carries. You just putting it all on me, aren't you, tonight? Alice says, Albert, do you think Thomas will come back? I noticed he's still on opening credits. The more time that goes on, the less likely that's going to wind up happening. That's the truth. Alicia, was Cat Lady on last night? Oh, she definitely was, Alicia. Ugh. Let me tell you something, Alicia. It was getting a little kind of spicy yesterday. I like to call her Bad Kitty when she starts acting beside herself. So it was pretty fun. Spencer said, just watched the episode off of Hulu. Great episode, really tough to watch. I like that. Or call Christina. Yes, 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 Spencer. She did three of those movies. She did three of those goofy ass movies, Spencer. Ron says Albert tried, but you will fail. Go see Nikisha Moore in your room before Phoenix gives you. Oh, Ron, this is the reason why you are. That's right, Jakara, she was. Ron, this is the reason why you're my jester. Chat, I want y'all all to sit there and read this. This is the reason why he is my jester. Darby says, remember when I asked you why I couldn't find General Hospital on Hulu the other day? Apparently, the Disney bundle with Hulu, the full Disney plus a little part of Hulu, but no guarantee. What? I'm sorry. You seriously? Oh, Johnson says I was mentioned that Sam will make more appearances as a ghost. Oh, we just gonna drag this shit out. Okay. Wow. Darby says, I remember when I asked why I couldn't find General Hospital on Hulu the other day. Apparently, the Disney bundle with Hulu, the full Disney plus a little part of Hulu, but no. Wait, was you saying they're trying to? Okay, was you saying they're trying to watch it on Disney Plus, Darby? Okay, and let me just remind. I just want to sit there and remind the chat real quick that I'm probably not going to get to every single chat. Just if I miss it, don't take offense. Um, but I will sit there and try to get to as many comments as I can. For instance, about how long they're going to keep Sam body in that room. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This whole thing about Sam and her death and everything, it's. I'm gonna put it this way, Francis. When I was watching General Hospital, 23 minutes into the episode, I was looking forward to watching The Young and the Restless. Like I was generally looking forward to watching Young and the Restless because I know that I'm gonna sound like a dick, but after 3 days of the Sam's death, I'm um I'm starting to reach my goddamn limits. I really am. Hey, Darby, was you watching General Hospital on Disney Plus? Especially it's just I get that Y&R was more interesting than she is just because of all Sam's stuff right now. Yes, but and it's starting to just become a drag. Like it's starting to just become really, really, really depressing and like uh oh shit, hold on. Darby said there's a Hulu connection on Disney Plus, but they won't let you have live TV shows. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. Well, I mean, the sad thing is, Darby, like, yeah, it comes in at 8 o'clock, but like at the same time, it's like, you know, yeah, you can't watch it live. Well, I don't know how the live TV works. Police said, up to your view on Sam. I mean, like I said, it's gotten to a point where it's like, let me put it this way. Jakara says, "Dang, y'all really don't like Sam." That's actually not true, Jakara. I think the only person who's not really feeling the Sam storyline anymore is me. I think everybody else is actually liking Sam's character. I used to like Sam's character before they started writing her like dog shit, but like, um, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ron says Albert asked the chat because Kyrie's Clark is having heartbroken syndrome of Felicity Green. Is that the case, Is that the case, Kyrie's? Are you having heart? Are you having broke heart syndrome over Felicity? Kyrie's, I mean, if you want to sit there and talk about this, we could talk about this. Larry says I was trying to save money by bundling Disney Plus and Hulu. Maybe I will change it back and say the hell with the money. GH is worth X. I mean, I get that part, Darby, but you should be able to watch. Carrie, so with the girl with Down syndrome, um, but Darby, you should be able to. Okay, maybe I don't know about the live thing, but you should be able to watch um General Hospital on Hulu after 8 o'clock. That's Alicia. That's what I said. But apparently, according to Ronnie Ron, Kyrie's Clark has broken heart syndrome over Felicity. I'm sorry, Kyrie, so I don't make the rules. He does. That's very true, Jakara. She's actually supposed to sit there and play Lulu, unless they change their minds and making us all look like idiots. By all of us, I mean me, because I've been sitting there. This would be the second time I would actually get this shit wrong. Kristen says, I hope the Davis brats feel like shit for the last things they said to Sam. They should. Kyrie says, oh, I'll donate $1 for the. God damn it, Kyrie's. Kyrie says it doesn't work. I try. What? I'm not gonna. What's good, Valerie? I'm not gonna lie. That's actually weird, Darby, because there was a point I didn't combine them. I didn't combine them. I actually had them separate. I was able to watch them after 8 o'clock. So that's a little weird, Jakara. That's a little weird, Darby. You should probably call them. I'm not even joking. I mean, you should probably call them. I'm saying this now because maybe at a couple more drinks I may not be so sober. So you should probably call them. Sophia's giving 2020 Generation Jan Spear vibes. What's good, McD? Darby says keep it separate. Well, the thing is, Darby, I have them together. But the thing is, Darby, I had them separate, and I still, you know, I was still able to sit there and do it. So I don't really understand it. Sean says, Christina's reaction to Sam was so fake. Molly actually cared. How could you tell it was fake, Sean? No, Ron. No, I made sure that didn't happen. But thank you for having my back, Ron. Oh, by the way, Ron, did I still kidnap Danny Bear? Spencer says, Jakar says, I apologize. I didn't come to your live, but I mean, I get it, Jakar. You said that you were taking a break from the soaps, and, I understand that. And I talk about the soaps, so I get it. It's more like you did it for a mental break. I understand. I'm gonna take a look at it tonight, Darby, because I've never had that problem. That's some weird shit to me. Kristen says, I was with you, but I was expecting more flashback. Thank you, Kristen. I especially with Alexis. Especially with Alexis. I don't know. Now, Spencer said Drew should not be raising Scott right now, if ever. Why? Why? Alicia says I'll be done a mini. Well, I gotta go over what my gesture says. What's good, Lisa? Sean says Christina somehow will blame Ava for Sam's death. I okay, but you didn't answer why. Why did you think that she was faking it? So I just want to know your take on that. Okay, you say so. Um, what's good, LaShawn? Ron says, yes, Albert, you and Clyde are holding Danny Bear hostage. Ron, you got the detective skills of Batman. I don't know what I'm going to do with you, Ron. Goddamn right, Darby. I am the king. I am the king, Darby. Goddamn. Let's go. uh, I don't know, Lashanta. Um, I don't really know much about chemistry, so I can't sit there and say one way or the other. But I will sit there and say this much, though, Lashanta. I mean, I know that Tess was involved with men. I don't know if she's bi. Um, if they would go that route, and the only reason why I'll be okay with that, Lashanta, was good Tracy Steves. Um, because they don't do anything with Tess Mariah. They really don't. They really don't. So if they give her more story, then I'm cool with that. What's good, Tracy Steves? Now Danny and Scott ain't gonna have no mother. Nope. Because the actor who played Sam got fired. Alicia says Albert never become king. Albert never became king. He was only a prince in a cigar box, I think. Okay. So says Albert, did you notice that Sonny wasn't breaking down? I thought that was weird. He had a child with Lily too. I think that's because Albert's had a child. No, it's not weird, Spencer. It was a long time ago. Why would you sit there and break down over something that happened over 20 years ago? I want you to think about that, Spencer. When they had their child, it was over 20 years ago. He's moved on from that. I don't see a breakdown coming from Sonny over Sam's death. I think he is more sad for his son than he is for himself. I wouldn't go that far, Kristen, but I wouldn't sit there and say that he was breaking down over Sam. You know, Sonny was there for his son. Yes. Johnson says, "I heard you just struggling right now because of the lack of connectivity to certain stories." I mean, they're struggling, Jonathan. I heard they're struggling. I heard they're struggling more behind the scenes than anything else. Not so much like yeah, it's just. I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of counting the days down because you got to think about this. Okay, when we watched General Hospital today, 23 or 30 minutes was dedicated to everyone finding out that Sam died. That's a lot of time for a show to sit there and react to one character's death. Thank you, Darby. Hit that goddamn like button because it really does help. And also become a member if you're not a member. Um, have a lot of fun, exclusive live videos and exclusive videos that I only do for members. So definitely hit the pin comment on top of that. Worth it. Carrie says, "How do you think Sunny would react if my Ava died?" Be relieved. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Carrie, I think he'd be relieved. Here's the thing, Carrie, he would be sad for Avery. He'd be sad for Avery, but for him personally, he wouldn't lose any sleep over it. But he'd be sad for Avery. That Lily will meet Damon Love. Hmm? Ron says that I still have my sister wife, Jade and Melinda Trash, wanting my cake and eating it too. Albert for Stephanie, and also he and Kyrie's can fight for Felicity's beauty. You hear that, Kyrie's? We're gonna be fighting for Felicity's beauty. You up for that, Kyrie's? I want you to make sure you read that comment. Or her new love. I didn't actually get a chance to see the casting for Beyond the Gates. I'm looking for. Okay, Carrie. So you could a little more time. A little more time to sit there and think about that. I mean, no, Jakos, I didn't actually. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, no, I didn't actually. I didn't get a chance to look into the casting. I'm waiting to see the show because let me put it this way: the casting could be great, and the show could be garbage. So I'm more looking forward to the show and how it does. Lashata says the same way Ava's will feel if something happens to son. Exactly. McD says Sam had a brother that died. Yep, Danny. And now she's dead. And now we have to sit there and go through a whole goddamn week of that. Veta says Sasha and Willow gets pregnant. You know what's really crazy, Veta? Michael had his one night stand with Sasha. And then he went home and he had 11 in the afternoon with Willow. Spencer says, I don't care about Robin and Holly storyline about their long lost story. I just skipped over that. It's, you can tell it's a sloppy retcon because even her explanations don't really make a lot of sense. Freddie says, it feels different now that I'm no longer in my 20s. I turned 30 today. Oh, today, happy birthday, Freddie Edwards. Okay. Yes, happy birthday. Ron says, "Well, Albert just borrowed Kyrie's one of those cardboard cutouts in the kitchen more UV. He's not so lonely." Well, there you go. That answers that. Yeah, happy birthday, Freddie. Oh, let me try this. God damn it. I get you. I'll make sure I try to do a birthday shout out towards the end of the night. Sharon says, "It would be cool if Willow says Gladys was right about Sasha being crazy." Um, yeah, I guess. I mean, okay. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of that, but Curious, did you see the previews for Days? But you know my whole thing is though I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even actually have a good line for that. Where's my goddamn music at? I don't know if I go on there. Have a good night, Jakaras. I look forward to next time you do a live stream. I mean, you do a review. Missing your reviews, my guy. So whenever you get a chance, make sure you do them. I like to see it anyway. This one just says, "I gotta realize Sam was on for 2 decades. You gotta give her fans a good send off." And you think that this is a good send off? I want everyone to sit there and read this comment right here. I want everybody to read. Oh, okay, Curious. All right. Well, I'll tell you this much, Curious. I saw the previews, and it looks like Tata's going to sit there and screw over Sophia. Okay. Now, I don't like Sophia. I don't hate Sophia. She's just kind of a middle of the road character. I could generally do without her. But I don't think anyone actually is. Um, I don't think that Sophia should be a consolation prize. And I think that's exactly what Tate is doing. Kristen says, "I think DC was right. Us knowing about Sam's death so far ahead of time has taken away the emotional impact. Albert, you seem annoyed by the time spent mourning her." I I wouldn't sit there and say I'm annoyed, Kristen. I mean, it was kind of funny, Sean, but I mean, I don't know how funny it was. It was more like it seemed rushed. Not so much funny. It seemed to me it seemed rushed. No, Kristen, I'm not annoyed in a sense by her send off. I'm more like how it's impacting the show. How can I, Alicia? Because like when I sit there and I watch a soap opera, I don't want to be depressed for like a good 40 something minutes. And I think that's what it really comes down to. It's Freddie, Kristen. It just comes across like the studio made the decision to fire her, and we all have to sit there and kind of suffer. And that's the part that's annoying. Like I'm telling you right now, I enjoy B&B because it was funny as hell, and General Hospital was just depressing. Freddie says, "I've been turning 30 is a big deal for me. I'm more mature. I used to be wild in my 20s, but I'm now growing more mature in the next stage of my life." That's good. I mean, that's good. Yeah, I mean, listen, Freddie, um, you get a different perspective when you age, and I think that's a very good thing. That's what's supposed to happen. You want that to happen. You want that maturity, that growth to happen. Was good, Donna. She spent a longer time on BJ's death, and oh, that doesn't sound fun. I mean, I get it. Was good, Johan. Now, Spencer says, I strongly disagree with that comment. I think Kelly Monica deserved a lot more than that to happen to her character on their way out. Wait, who are you disagreeing with? I'm just very curious, Spencer. Who are you disagreeing with? And you didn't just say you agree. You say you strongly disagree. And it's a good thing, Freddie. It's a good thing. Ron says, I'm still hoping Vivian just say what she did, meaning kidnapping her son and forging. Ron, why would you want her to give away her master plan? I don't really understand why you want her to give away her master plan. You keep telling me that you want her just to sit there and show all her cards, but I want to know why. Oh, I don't even remember Color Purple. I think I saw that in high school, Tracy. Wow, it's kind of a low bar, but okay. That's a low bar, but okay. But yeah, she's actually going to be on the show next week, so that's going to be interesting. I mean, she's still the opening. Donna said Tina's death storyline went on for nearly a month, plus all the Jesus Christ, that sounds terrible. That I'm not gonna lie, Donna, that sounds absolutely terrible. But to be fair, Donna, you know what they didn't actually have? They didn't actually have any other options. Uh, DC Soap Sanctuary, the man of the hour that was supposed to be here yesterday. The man of the hour that was supposed to be here yesterday. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Sean says, "Okay, what happened to Crimson Lights when Sharon is arrested?" Oh, that dingbat, what's her name? Um, the other chick is gonna take over. The other chick. That's supposed to be here yesterday. Yeah, it's supposed to be here yesterday. I never said I was coming. Okay, DC. Sean? What's her name now? She was. She's running. She's running Crimson Light right now. Lisa says her kids will take up. No, 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 no. But the other one down. I was on the road all last night. Okay, DC, you got me. You got me. You got me. Thank you, DC Esther. But it was cool though, DC. I had Dolomax there though. He helped me reaffirm my focus. So Dolomax was there, and eventually Jonathan was there, aka my Michael Ball and my Victor Newman. Thank you, Lisa Esther. Yeah, Esther will sit there and take over. Chris says, do you think Drew will step up for his daughter? I want to say yes. I'm like, Christian, I'm 90% there. 90% sure. Yeah, DC. Brock and James is there too. Wait, are you serious or are you joking? Before I decide to be sarcastic. Spencer says, you're my guy. How old is the actor that plays Joe Gregory? Is Danny's age or is she younger? Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea about their age. I can't I would look it up, but I don't know off the top of my head though. Kristen, I'll say 90% sure that he will. Darby says, don't forget cat lady, Albert, or she will spank you. Darby, let me tell you something. If it wasn't for Dolomedics, I'm pretty sure I would not be able to have coherent synthesis. Thank you, Kyrie's. Kyrie's gifted one membership. That's the sub. Thank you, my guy. Darby, did you see what she was wearing yesterday? I'm surprised. Let me tell you something. I'm surprised I was able to form actual sentences. But thank you, Kyrie's. Let's everyone thank Kyrie's. DC says no serious because you mentioned Dolly and Jonathan as if Brock. Oh no. DC Brock and James weren't there. Lashanta says Drew needs to resign from office. Why? Why? Why does he need to resign? But seriously, everyone in chat, let's thank Kyrie's for that. Johnson says, do you think Dante will be able to reconnect with Lulu? I think he's going to have a choice. I mean, there's no more Sam. So eventually. No, they weren't, DC. It was me, Cat Lady, Dolomedics, and then Jonathan joined the fray, which was needed because, god damn. I wish you were just going to sit there and have little cute cat ears and everything like that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Darby, I don't know what to tell you. But no, Jonathan, I just think at some point it's like, well, DC, I think Brock actually has something going on, and I don't know what's going on with James. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, Lashanta. It was Halloween, so I mean, like I said, Kristen, she was looking. Oof. Spencer's already, I think it's going to take a long time for Dante to connect with Lulu because of Sam's death, maybe in a year or two. Oh God, no! I don't have the patience for a year or two, so let's hope that doesn't happen. But yes, I know it's not going to be an overnight thing. Freddie says, I'm not mistaken. I think you said one of your favorite cakes was chocolate mousse. Actually, yes. I decided to get one on my birthday tonight. Ooh, nice. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Oof. I miss chocolate mousse cake. Carrie says, after your stream, Cat Lady and I had a battle on my stream. I made it clear I'm not you. I won't be nice. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. I was there for a little bit of the Kyrie's. The thing is, Kyrie's, you specifically went at Sam and Sonny because you knew that she liked them. So, like, he was being kind of a brat in a sense. Johnson said, what soap do you predict or want to see Kelly Monica on? Days of Our Lives. And if it's not Days of Our Lives, it'll be Young and Restless. But I want her on Days of Our Lives, though. Um, Jonathan, I love Days of Our Lives. I trust Days of Our Lives. I think they would do good by her for the most part. And I think if she kills it, they may keep her on for it. I would not put on BMD. So yeah, Jonathan, Days of Our Lives is my second favorite soap opera. So Lashanta said Drew needs to be there for his daughter. He can. Yeah, that's true. Lashanta, to be honest, Drew's career at this point is practically effed up anyway, so he might as well drop out. I just, Jonathan, you make a good point. I mean, it just makes, well, Jonathan, what would you want her on? What soap would you want her on? And let's not put Beyond the Gates. Lisa says the Young and the Restless for me. Why Young and Restless? Spencer says when I was watching it, I thought Alexa was going to go off on Laura. I think Laura's sense is, and that's why maybe, maybe. I mean, the thing is, Spencer, I thought she was going to go off on her daughters, and she didn't. Carrie says Sonny is a deplorable man, and I remember why you said that too. Let me guess, Carrie. It's the candy, underage, putting her on a pole, having relations with her. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, I know Kyrie's. That's the reason why I was like, oh. At one point, he was my favorite character. And then they retconned him, and he did that, and I was like, whoa, hey, I don't know about that. LaShawn said Danny Morgan was born in 2012. Yeah, they retconned that shit. Kristen says I think she's just too exhausted by the time. But that's the thing, though, Kristen. I want you to think about this. The worst news that's ever happened to a parent. The worst news that's ever happened to a parent. You don't have any fumes left. You are literally on fumes at that point. I mean, yeah, Darby, but like, you know, the murdering is the least. Curry says, do you think Sonny's going to be afraid of Sitwell? No, no, Curry. I think that he's faced bigger problems, Curry. He's faced Pikeman. And to be fair, Pikeman is a much larger threat than Sitwell. Pikeman is a much larger threat than Sitwell. So I don't see why he will be afraid of Sitwell. Darby says, I need Drew to shave his face and stop looking like a sleazy lowlife and start being a responsible father to his daughter. Darby, what do you? Well, okay, a sleazy lowlife. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's back that shit up for a hot minute. Hold on. Sonny's DC's like Sonny. Sonny's like Albert. Don't play by the rules. I don't play by the rules. I make my own rules. Yeah, okay. Oh, whatever. As long as it serves my what purpose would that be? Kristen says Albert is Drew's only friend. Well, here's my thing though. I mean, my whole thing is, Darby Smith is saying that he's a sleaze bag. Okay, Darby, what do you think of Willow? Oh, Jonathan, you don't need to be sorry for that. Listen, you like who you like. I respect that. But Darby, what do you think of Willow? Because see, that's my whole thing. Here's my whole thing. Everyone has so much smoke for Drew, but you don't have that same energy for Willow. Why is that? I need you to answer that question. Yeah, make sure. Well, the thing is, Albert, back me up here to see your chance. Okay, Drew isn't only that. Drew isn't only not that guy, not that bad of a guy. Now, if you don't consider Sonny a sleaze bag before Drew, I mean, what, because of the whole killing thing? I don't understand where you're going with this, DC. I want to understand where's the purpose that you're going before I answer this question. DC, I'm gonna say this. because I know apparently he's not drinking. So I'll sit there and say this: redeem myself in whose eyes? I'll sit there and say this stuff. I said, DT, that I was not cool with the whole him being with Karen, who's 17 years old, sleeping with her, giving her candy, putting her on a pole. And that's why I said that Jason was my guy, right? But this is the same person. I want people to understand this. I'm sorry, DC, but if you didn't come at me with all this, ooh, I won't be snipped there saying the stuff I'm saying right now. DC seems like he's trying to question my objectivity. This is the same guy who relates in a lot of way to Nate. Blames Elena for stuff that, unless she had voodoo powers, couldn't possibly do. So DC is not exactly objective when it comes towards some of this stuff, right? DC is the type of person I would sit there and look at Sharon and be like, oh, well, Sharon's a good woman. Sharon literally isn't there framing Daniel. Anyway, Sharon is literally sitting there framing Daniel for something that he didn't even actually do. But somehow in DC's mind, Sharon's a good woman. Chelsea cheated on Billy twice, but DC's not there saying that Billy should sit there and give Chelsea another chance because she's a good woman, bro. You're not exactly in a position to really sit there and start trying to judge my viewpoint when it comes towards characters. Yeah, DC. I mean, she cheated on him twice, so yeah, that's totally remorseful. Kyrie says Albert got as the world turns and more like left cancel. He also is the reason Days of Our Lives couldn't get Wendy on. That's true, Kyrie. I wasn't there shit talking her a lot. That totally made sense. Kyrie is actually right about a lot of things. Johnson says, who do you think Chelsea went on with Adam? What's good, Patty Patty? Sean says Albertess should become Lucy's new mother figure. Why? Why should Tess become Lucy's new mother figure? Daisy says Albert was also a reason why half the days cast left okay just playing too soon. uh I'm sorry, Daisy. I'm sorry I had to sit there and give you so much of a lashing, but um I mean I kinda had to do it though, Daisy. I mean I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. She's a good listener. Okay. Chelsea's a good woman. I love it. I love it. Oh, there's a valuable lesson to be learned there, huh, DC? See, this is why I rock with Blackmon. Blackmon says I thought Aubrey got Passions canceled because of Tabitha and her daughter. Hmm. Tyrese. Tyrese, you know who I'm happy for to see next week, Tyrese? I give you a guess. It's Y&R. You know who I'm happy to see? DC says, get it because the guy who caused half the day's cast to leave was also named Albert. You know what? I could rock with that comment, carries. I could rock with that comment, DC. Donna says I'm watching all episode one to live with Todd and Blair. Is that the Caucasian Blair or was that the Asian Blair? LaShawn says I didn't know. I didn't know. Now Sharon's seeing Nick in our camera. It seems like she sees both of them. I should tell you the truth, LaShanta. It seems like no, Carrie. I'm talking about the party of Y&R. One of the many reasons why Y&R is actually so interesting and so fun. They, they call her Red. And that is, of course, Phyllis effing Summers. Listen, Phyllis is someone says Robert Sharon is hilarious talking to herself. Yes, that's one way to put it. I'm not gonna lie, Carrie. I was wondering what that was. I was like, I thought you said Stillwell at one point. Ron says, "What do you think of Leo's nightmare?" I thought it was stupid. I thought it was stupid, but I also thought it was kind of funny though too. I'm not gonna lie, Ron. There was certain parts that was actually kind of funny. Was name eight? What? I just, I'm just saying, Kyrie. Anytime that Phyllis Summers is on, it's gonna be a hell of an episode. She brings the party, guys. She brings the party. Happy night, Francis. Johnson says it was Cassie as Blair. She was the only one who worked with Roger. Oh, okay. Oh. Damn, I guess I would have known that if I didn't get it canceled. See? LaShanta says, I love Phyllis. And why would you not? She's fun. She's adventurous. She's never boring. She can be stubborn. She can have her little dingbat moments. But when she needs to be, she's smart and clever as a whistle. Um, no, Ron, I wasn't. But not because of plot purposes, just because the actress has been on the soap long before. It seems like she's been on this show long before I was born. Jenna says, "Robert, do you think anyone was responsible for Sam unaliving?" I think it'd be an interesting murder mystery. Um, Unfortunately, Janet, I don't think that they will. I think that they dragged it out long enough. I don't think they're going to drag it out anymore with a murder mystery. And to be fair, Janet, I don't think they're going to put any more time or effort into Sam's story or to her character because her death just seems so random. Her death seems as random as Dante proposing to her. Carrie says, Melanie and I both hate Phyllis with a purple passion. Where is the Phyllis Summers of the chat? Yeah, it just seemed like they. I mean, let's be honest, Janet. It seemed like they kind of just wanted to be done with her. If we're going to be honest, I don't know what the reason behind it is. I'm very curious, Janet. I'm pretty sure that James knows all the answers, like he always does. But LaShanta said Nikki Newman is radiant. Thank you, LaShanta, Nikki Newman is radiant. No, Jen, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And this whole she died by a heart attack. Aries, let me tell you something. Phyllis Summers is amazing. Okay? Let me tell you something, Aries. Phyllis Summers is is um is a compliment. Darby says she's a red-headed Amazon. Yeah, exactly. Sounds pretty hot to me. Ron says, who do you think sees them putting Felicity with? Somebody in her high school of her own age. Sean says that Holly being Sasha's mother was pretty random to like a hat. Yes, but it's also making for some very um Have a great night, Garis. It's always good to see you, my guy. DK. Oh, Donna says, I think Cheech is going to focus on people grieving her. Oh, joy. That sounds horrible. That sounds like a long and annoying and terrible time. Oh, Ron says, Albert, will you and Nikish Moore be going to the fan event together or secretly? Ron, is going to be secretly because nobody in this chat should be knowing. And I don't know how you know. I don't know how you found out, Ron. I think you're just too smart. Absolutely, Shanta. Phyllis is a force of goddamn nature. Johnson says there's a rumor that Cyrus may have caused Sam's death to save Lulu. That doesn't. That sounds like a pretty. That sounds like a pretty lame rumor. I mean, she was already getting a transplant, so like, why would she sit there and kill her for it? So yeah, I think it'd be pretty lame. The hell was I saying before? I gotta sit there and say that I love the love that comes from Jerem. Funny how people don't have that same energy towards Willow. Like seriously, I love how people come at Drew sideways when it comes to this whole Michael thing, but not one person sits there and says anything about Willow. What is it? She cries, she puts on her woman tears, and then it's like, oh my god, Willow's a victim. Freddie says exactly, Albert, it would be lame. Ron says, Albert, don't show Nikisha the cardboard cutout of her. That's gonna make her uncomfortable. That's a good idea, Ron. I'm so glad that you said that. Oh no, not you, Christian, not you. But thank you, Ron. You saved me so much embarrassment. How could I ever repay you? Sean says about a thing, heart attack after trans. No, it. Well, here's the thing, Sean. It's realistic in the sense that it does happen, but it's not as rare as people may think, Sean. That's what makes it so rich. That's what makes it so lame. Yes, I've said this multiple times. It's not uncommon for something like that not to happen, but it's not all the time. You know, and to be, in all reality, Sean, She's been on the show for 27 years. This is a lame death by any character standards who has been on the show for 27 years. Let's just forget Sam for a minute. Luke, his death was lame. His death was lame. His send off was lame. Does anyone even remember their Luke send off? It was trash. It's what they call basuda. That's Luke goddamn Spencer. If Luke Spencer could not get a good send off, what the hell made people think that Sam was going to get a good send off? Yeah, no, Donna, it does happen. But that's what I'm saying, though, DC. If Luke didn't get a better send off, why the hell was Sonny? What the hell was Sam? Johnson says, "What do you think of the scene where?" I thought it was funny, Johnson. I thought it was actually a really good callback. And it was one of those things, Jonathan. It was one of those things. It's like if you know the joke, then you can appreciate it more. Donna says heart issues after surgery do happen. I had to be in critical care until following my surgery years ago, and I was young and healthy at the time. No, it does happen. And the thing is, yeah, it does happen. So if anyone's not to say it doesn't happen, the problem is, Donna, it's not so much that it doesn't happen, but for this character, and yes, Donna, I'm glad that you with us. Um, but for this character who has been a legend on the show for 20 something years, she deserves better. Reggie says nobody forced Willow to kiss Drew. She is no victim, so she can miss me with those boo boo tears. Save it. She is at her fault as much as Drew. Exactly, exactly. I mean, exactly, Freddie. That's why when she was like, "Oh, I want to be a good wife," I was like, "No, but you're a horrible wife." And you know what? Let me sit there and tell people why she's a horrible wife after I read Darby's comment. The reason I said that Willow always was an undercover S word, in my opinion. Now was always the better twin. You want to explain? You want to expand on that a little bit? Let me tell you why Willow is a horrible wife. Even though that DC would sit there and say that Willow's a good woman, the things that made you cheat on this man is still there. They didn't disappear overnight, and you sitting there trying to apologize and go back to the way that things were is the problem. She had real concerns. DC says good people can do bad things and still be good people. Morality is relative. Is relative. You know, Kristen, he has a point, but his point is flawed. He has a point, but his point is flawed. Because the thing is, yes, good people can do bad things, but when good people don't learn from their mistakes, they don't work on their mistakes, they're doomed to repeat it, which eventually makes them a bad person. She has a chance of redemption. DC, why do you think she has a chance of redemption? You know what her chance of redemption would be, DC? I'm gonna let you answer this question. This time I'm gonna sit there and give you the high ground. I want you to sit there and answer how could she redeem herself? No, that's not what I said. How could she redeem herself? She has a chance of redemption. How is she gonna redeem herself? Oof. Yeah, that is a bad. Darby says she was always the girl who cried wolf, acting all wholesome and the light, but as soon as it gets dark, she will show who she really was, a huge asshole. Hmm. Daisy says she could redeem herself by proving herself to Michael and maybe cut ties with Drew and Harriet to Michael and his needs. Those are all good things, DC. But you're missing one thing, though. DC, she needs to address those problems that she had with Michael. Okay. And I remember them vaguely, but one of the things she said was that Michael didn't treat her like she can handle things. Okay. If she's not willing to sit there and face those problems that she had with Michael, she's going to be doomed to repeat them. It's not enough to sit there and show some sort of remorse by being with him and being faithful and being committed. Well, Freddie, no, it's not so much about communication. It's about understanding the problems and working through them. Because if you don't work through your problems, you're just going to sit there and repeat them. This is the part that DC is missing. And I'm not saying that they're saying not to be mean or anything like that, but a Harriet and all the other stuff sounds all cute and great in a greeting card, but like if you don't deal with the problems, they're just going to sit there and keep doing that. What she needs to do is work with Michael, and only then could she sit there and actually redeem herself. Sean said our harmony wanting to Willow was about Sasha all along. I don't even remember that. How was it about Sasha? I don't. You know what? You could be right, Sean. It was so long ago. Ron says, I know that you and others are going to disagree with me, but I was fired from a TV show. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ron. I would definitely disagree with you. I would. DC says her attraction to Drew was because of how she felt he saved her. Her sexuality that connected. We all sometimes sexualize certain connections that we shouldn't. Sometimes gratitude can turn into sexuality attraction if not careful. Yes, that's part of it. That's part of it, DC. But she has to sit there and kind of work with Michael because the thing is, she felt like she wasn't respected with Michael in certain instances. My point is that she needs to sit down and work on the stuff with Michael, not just with Drew. Yes, the Drew part stuff is true, but she needs to work on her issues. What? No, it hasn't, Jonathan. That's what we're all sitting there waiting for. Dory says it's not Michael's fault that Willow never showed Michael she could handle things. It's Michael's fault. I'm sorry, what? What did he what did you just say? Dory says it's not Michael's fault that Willow never showed Michael she could handle things. It's not Michael's fault. It's not Michael's fault? What do you mean it's not how is it not Michael's fault? DC take your sexuality into a cold shower, my Ron, because if you do stuff like that, you're gonna have a bad resume, and you may not get another audition. That's why, Ron. You doing stuff like that is your resume. And when you have a very piss poor resume, people aren't gonna hire you on. That's how that works. Um, Darby, you are a very interesting man. I would sit there and say that it's not Michael's fault that Willow never showed Michael she could handle things. It's not Michael's fault. And whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? I don't really understand. I don't think that we're on the same page, DC. I think what it really comes down to is her addressing her issues that she has with Michael. Michael not treating her with the same level of I can handle something that Drew will. And Darby, yes. On some Darby, it is kind of his fault, but it's also her fault too, though, because she should have said something. I don't put all this on Michael, but we're not gonna sit there and act like Michael's blameless. Even if it's something that he's doing on a subconscious level, he's still doing it, Darby. What's good, Double C? Freddie said that Willow should just work things out from the start with Michael. Yeah, of course, Freddie. But I mean, hindsight is 2020. I mean, yeah, we can all sit there and say she should have did X, Y, and Z from the start. But like, you know, it's kind of like, do you have a time machine? Do you have a DeLorean? Nobody said Willow doesn't show her husband those helpful qualities of hers. It's up to her to show him she can handle things. Okay, Darby, we're going to put this in a more simpler terms. I think you are just, I don't know where you're going with this. You're not entirely wrong, Darby, but you're not really right about this. We'll put this in the terms of he's not good at loving in the afternoon. He's not good at loving in the afternoon, Darby. All right, let's just sit there and say that. It's still his fault for not being good at loving in the afternoon. Yes, Darby, she should sit there and say something, right? But he should be able to read the situation, be like, hey, are you not liking this? Why aren't you liking this? Let's sit there and try to find, okay, maybe this is actually kind of a piss poor um, example. But, Darby, the thing is, when it comes to relationships, it takes two. It takes two to make them, and it takes two to break them. So we're not going to sit there and try to act like Michael was innocent, even by on a subconscious level. But I don't sit there and not blame Willow as well. I feel like it's more kind of a man ego thing with you a little bit. Thank you, Kristen. WC says Finn is another simp. I mean, Liam, but with morals. Now I know. Now I would love to see Y&R Sally and Audra team up and Hope and Carter to create a new fashion house. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I know, Darby. It was. I get it, Darby. That's why I say it was a piss poor example. But I'm talking about the other part, though, Darby. My point is, Darby, is that Michael's not innocent in this whole thing. Okay, he was. They're treating Willow like she couldn't handle things. She wasn't. She wasn't being treated like an equal. That's the thing, though. It's funny. I'm probably one of the very few that actually understands what the besides Kristen. I think I'm very one of the few people that understands what DC is saying right now. Pretty sure that what happened when Willow listened to the wrong people, like her mother Nina. Yeah, that's true. But again, Freddie, hindsight is 2020, right? You can't go back in time. Uh, 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 uh. Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady Carter can take his ideas to someone else. So today, that was a slap in the face for Eric. Oh, gorgeous cat lady. I was just talking about you earlier. I mean, saying all positive things, of course. DC says don't get married in 2024 if you're not willing to sing on the mic. But I get it though, Darby. Johnson says if Willow learned that Michael slept with Sasha, she would unleash her inner Nina. I mean, my whole thing, though, Jonathan, is right now that Michael can't be on that high pedestal that he was so caught on, or high moral ground. Darby says we are all given a mouth for a reason, Albert. And that's the truth. That's the thing, though, Darby. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that, Darby. But again, Darby, it takes two. It takes two, Darby. I'm not meant to say that you're wrong. Yes, Willow should have actually communicated and told Michael, hey, listen, I don't feel like I'm being treated respectfully in this marriage. I don't feel like I'm treated equally in this partnership. No, that is 100% true. But knowing or unknowing, Darby, it's still, you know, even unintentionally, Michael is still partially to blame. So, no, actually, I don't. Honestly, tell you, Sean, I haven't watched wrestling since I was 10. If we're gonna be real, Sean, I haven't watched it since I was 10. Freddie said, "Just be real. Nobody is innocent." Yes, well, yeah, Freddie. That's what I've been saying. Um, yes, yes, I agree with that. But I feel like Darby Smith trying to shift more to blame on Willow than Michael. Um, I don't know if that's well. I have ideas. I don't want to sit there and speculate, but it could be reasons. It could just be the male gene. Darby says, so when you mess up, it's not Jess or Callie's. Um, Depending on the situation, Darby. It depends on the situation. DC says, but also does Michael know how to use his microphone? It might not be Willow's fault here. That's true. Well, DC, I've sat there and said in comments that maybe his no, don't do that, Callie. I can already say, you know what? I can used to call her cat lady, and it's very clear that already from jump she's giving me that bad kitty vibe. Dory says you've been asking everyone to dump on Willow all night. Make up your mind. Make up my mind about what? My mind is made up. It's actually crystal clear. Despite me being drinking, I've actually been crystal clear. I've been drinking my Kool-Aid. But I get what you're saying though. But also, Joe Darby, you know me. I love to sit there and play devil's advocate. I can sit there and see things from both sides. It's one of my many talents. Kristen says Albert is never satisfied. Kristen, maybe that's why it gets me a damn dislikes on some of my videos. I got 4 dislikes, I think, on one of my videos. Darby says put down the booze sometimes. H. Ooh. Oh my. Damn, actually made me sit up for a minute. Justin says, I won't feel sorry for Willow once she finds out about Michael and Sasha. Justin's going in. Okay. Yes, DC, but also directly, though. That's actually very important. Ouch. It's actually very important. thank you, Darby, thank you. You just called me. You know, I gotta sit there and say, Darby calling me AJ Quartermain, a certain very beautiful, sexy woman called me a slut yesterday. I don't know what that was about. I always sat there, I was like, did she just actually call me a goddamn slut? Darby, what is with you and these cold showers? Let this man express himself. All right, Freddie, it was really great to see you. Ruby says you are the head himbo. I like that name, Darby. I like that name. Yeah, DC. Apparently, somebody sat there and reminded me of my quote slutty days. I have no idea who at all, at all. I'm telling you, DC, you should have been here yesterday. You should have been here yesterday. DC says his past has outbeat circled. Listen, I was so surprised yesterday. Debbie says, don't express yourself around me, Mr. Fast Ass. Darby, I gotta sit there and say, you are definitely one of a kind. Yes, I gotta sit there. Thank you. Oh, I screenshotted it. Never mind. Uh, did you see? I think I was just more shocked. I was just very shocked. I was like, wow. I was shocked about most of it. Well, to be fair, DC, I was actually very happy I was able to to talk in coherent sentences. So that was my accomplishment. Yeah, that's what's up, Freddie. Turned 30, got some more wisdom under his belt. That is awesome, man. What DC? It's really messed up. I love how he says, "What made her call you that? You must have done something." Because clearly it's all my fault. Ain't that a? Oh my God, DC. I known this guy. I known this smart, amazing man for 3 years, and the first thing he pretty much says is, "You must have done something." What am I gonna do with you, DC? What am I going to do with you? Okay, Donna says partners should be direct with each other. Stop expecting other people to read your minds. Maybe it's because I'm very logical in my thinking. I take people at their word. It's true. 30 says, Abrigata, sassy cat, pissed at you. I was just more shocked, Darby. When she first came in, she was just very chill. She didn't have this quote unquote sassiness with her, this apparently diva like energy. I didn't know what was going on. I'm still confused. I mean, yeah, DC, but still. I lived a wild life my past. I know, Kelly. I was just like, you surprised me, cat lady. always surprised me, and that's all I'm gonna sit there and say about that. Because clearly, I've been drinking too much. I still can't believe Darby actually called me AJ. What's good, Sierra? And DC, that comments for you. Well, what did you do though? You haven't answered the question. I don't remember. Ah, there we go. Callie says, "Yay!" See, see, chat. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This sassiness. Darby says, "I was so shocked, Darby. That was sarcasm, Albert. If we, oh no, of course, no, I recognized it." DC says maybe wore a tank top or was showing some pecs and chest. Like I said, DC, I was just so surprised. Cat Lady was always very chill and kind of quiet. You know, she said some stuff here and there. Then now it's just like Cat Lady is just out there, and I'm here for it. LaShawn says Alexis Davis shouldn't shook in that candy to her daughter Sam after she had surgery. Shouldn't shook in the candy. Chris, yes, Kristen, that one dream about pancakes. Yes. Well, because I'm a foodie. I love food. Um, especially, Kristen, have you actually had some really good pancakes? I'm telling you, those pancakes smell so good. Justin says no more Sam and poor Christina first, her baby, then Blaze, and now her sister go to hell. Writers straight to hell. Jesus Christ. Pete the game. People don't say. Well, DC. I was also drinking a lot too, though. See, you give me Kristen. Maybe it's just the way you speak so sleazy, Albert, that riles Cat Lady up so badly also makes people look at you sideways. Hmm, that's cute, Darby. I don't even know what to say to that answer. But damn, Justin came in. No more Sam. Poor Christina first, her baby, then Blaze, and now sister go to hell. Writers straight to hell. Oof. One way ticket. Okay, Justin. Kristen says, "Welcome to the intervention." Yeah, Darby's definitely. It's true. It was good. Was good last day. What did you think of Hope's firing? And Darby says it's true. It's damn true. Ooh. She put a curse in that. Hmm. Darby, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even remember what we were talking about. I don't even remember what we were talking about. So I'll take your word for that. Last day, what did you thought of Hope's firing? What did you thought of Steffi Smith telling Hope to kick rocks without socks, take your shit, and get up out her building? Because I'm gonna be honest, I was here for it. I mean, she does suck at her job, so long overdue. I don't like to fit enough Steffi get on a power trip, but other than that, it was good. Yes, it was. Kelly says, "See, can't remember ish." Well, that's not true, Kelly. That's actually not true because I remember what you said in the member circle. I remember what you said in the member circle. I'm not going to say it here, but I remember what you said in the member circle. So I do remember stuff, cat lady. I remember a lot. I remember more than you think, love. Debbie says it's the chat roast knob and raised Bostic Jr. Ooh, he put out my whole goddamn government name. Do y'all see that shit? Put out my whole government name. Darby, I mean, last day, let me tell you something. I enjoyed the hell out of it because Hope just looks so damn stupid. Last day, what does Hope actually do? This one I want to ask you in the chat. What does Hope actually do? And I can remember a lot. God damn it, cat lady, you and that sassiness. I got no words to express it. Donna says, Hope walk of shame girl don't know how to leave a building. Donna, that shit was hilarious. She sat there. Honestly, tell you, Donna, when she went to Rich's office, I was like, yo, did this chick actually get lost? I swear, I thought she got lost somewhere. Darby said, you can't say what happened in members chat when said in members chat, say in members chat. I, I don't get that, but the point is that I remember. The point is, Darby, she knows what I'm saying. Exactly, Kristen. Darby's not there just being a goddamn ball buster tonight. A goddamn ball buster literally put out my whole government name. Last they said show up and just sit there talking, taking air. Kristen says it's a no. I get that part. No, I get that part. That's a good movie, by the way. Johnson says after seeing the look on Carter's face, you know the drama's getting started. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Oh shit. Yeah, I think this is probably the funniest shit that you said all night. Sean says I guess Hope would have to sell pizza with her dad now. Yep. I mean she's cool with shoes, so oh super sleazy. Not just a normal sleazy. Darby, I don't even want to know how I'm being super sleazy. I mean, Darby's if they put me on the same level as Drew Kane at this point, which I don't think that Drew Kane is sleazy, but thank you, Kristen. You know what? Thank you, Kristen, for having my goddamn back. I don't know what Darby's on. Darby, you drinking tonight? Are you drinking tonight, Darby? Oh shit. Can you not handle your liquor? Donna says, here's some life advice. When your employee asks you to leave the building, leave the goddamn building. That is not the time to ask for a meeting. I think that she got lost somewhere along the lines. Last day says it was very funny what happened to Hope, but am I the only one to find it weird that girls was having a birthday party in the hallway? I did like it because it made it come across as more real. Yeah, she did the walk of shame. She did the walk of shame, and it was fantastic. And she literally sat there. She was like, "Well, you can't do that, Ridge. Say something." And Ridge was like, "Yeah, you gotta go." Ridge was like, "Yeah, you gotta go." And Ridge said that shit multiple times. And then even Charlie was like, "Come on, we gotta go." Yeah. And then she made that goofy ass monologue talking about, "Well, I'm a Logan, and a Logan has contributed, and blah 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 blah." Boo! Your aunt is here, and your mom is here. Your ass don't need to be here. And I mean, it's not like Hope. What does Hope actually do? I swear I must have asked this question like 5 goddamn times. What does Hope actually do at that company? Does anybody know? Darby says it's a good thing that you are the only child because I wouldn't leave my wife with you if I was your nephew. Well, Darby, let me ask you a question though. Is your wife hot? No. Exactly. That's the thing though, Kristen. I mean, would his wife be hot? Because you know, there's always an exception for hot women. Johnson says now, Will is there. He's also a Logan. Thank you, Jonathan. So the Logans will still be there. They'll still be contributing. Just your ass won't be. Thank you, Jonathan. And so is RJ. He's a Logan. He's contributing. So all that bravado and everything like that about how the Logans are there and you can't treat the Logans bad and the Logans such contributors. I was like, yeah, they're going to contribute. Kristen says, Albert, we know how you feel about hot women. I know, Kristen. I just, had you know, made an example for Darby. Maybe it says my pretend wife is not hot, Albert, so it's no. So no hot wife here. Well, there you go, Darby. But then Darby, you're safe then. What's the problem? I don't understand, Darby. I mean, you know how I roll. Like, I mean, she ain't hot. You can have her. Like, what am I gonna do with that? Well, I mean, yeah, Kristen, I just answered this question. I mean, like, if she ain't hot, then how I need her for? I mean, yeah, the personality and the that she's not super annoying, yeah, but still. Here we go. Donna says, I've seen people have to take the walk of shame. It's not fun to watch for real, but some make it harder than it. That's yes. And you know, Donna, I've seen that too. Taylor says we got our big cup tonight. I don't know what that means, but I know it's pretty sassy though. I don't know what that means, but I know it's pretty sassy. I mean, cat lady, I'm just being real. I'm just being real, cat lady. I'm just being real. Trust me, I'm thinking a whole bunch of other thoughts in my head. I'm just being, you know. Oh, your couple news. Oh, okay, yeah. Yes. There says you've seen the walk of shame in the mirror. That's Darby, is my imagination or you getting a little sassy too tonight, Darby? I can swear that you getting a little sassy too, Darby. But the thing is though, Cat Lady can be sassy because well, Cat Lady's hot and she's actually has a good personality. Um I don't know where you're getting this level of confidence to being sassy, Darby, but you might want to kind of leave that to Cat Lady. Like I'm looking at these comments, I'm just like, what in the hell is going on? I'm like, at first I was like, Darby, are you drinking tonight? But Sean says Alexis gave Sam some candy after her surgery. She took that, it shook it. Darby says Albert brings the sassiness out of anyone he meets. It's his superpower. Oh, Darby is only one of many. Only one of many. But the thing is, though, only certain people can actually pull off being sassy. Because they gotta have hotness to them. Otherwise, you're just being an unnecessary dick at times. I know it sounds bad, but it's true though. I'm not even gonna sit and try to sugarcoat shit. Now, last day says Hope did have models working for her in her line doing the work. So are they not going to lose their jobs too? Because if so, that's messed up stuff you just made. Many, I'm not. Last day, I don't think that she's going to punish other people for Hope's incompetence. But my thing is, though, last day, what does Hope actually do? Well, Darby, I didn't feel like it came off as sleazy though. I don't feel like that came off as sleazy, Darby. I mean, Darby, I'm just being honest, Darby. There's nothing wrong being honest, though, right, Darby? Yes, she will. She's that vindictive Steffi doesn't care about anybody but herself. Oof. Hmm, that's interesting. Allison says, I would have liked if Finn went to Forrester Creation to drive the table and see Hope and Carter kissing instead. Now, Johnson says Hope was head Hope was the head and organizer of her own line. So her job was to sit there and boss other people around, essentially. I mean, it just, I'm glad that you did answer that question, but I also feel like it does leave a little bit more. Double C says, Albert, it's Friday and the first of the month. It's Friday and the first of the month. I don't get it. Also, Double C, I could have swore you were a member. I could have swore you were a member at Double C. Have a good night, Kristen. I will see you tomorrow on the live stream. And thank you, Darby. Make sure you hit that like button. We have 30 something people in the chat, and apparently I have to sit there and cheat. Um, as I'm only hoping and praying that we actually have 30. Okay, well, I'm not gonna sit there and waste a prayer, but I do hope that we actually have um oh shit, I actually have a what? Ugh. Cat lady, I'm sorry, bad kitty, let's just be honest. Says hit that dislike button as well. I love this woman. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. No, I don't know why, but cat lady's sassiness just makes me smile. Johnson says not exactly she had to create and make decisions on new products for line. Not exactly she had to create and make decisions on new products for her line. Hmm, okay. You know it's interesting, Jonathan, because I'm putting out a video tonight, and I know it's gonna mess up with the algorithm, but I'm gonna put one out tonight anyway. Just asking people what does hope actually do? But okay. Lastly, says Steffi is vindictive enough to fire anybody associated with hope for the future. I mean, firing somebody because they accidentally fell is not exactly something a small person does. Basically, Hope sat on her ass and told other people what to do. I like that. Donna says in real life, fashion house have several lines. And I love this comment right there. This comment speaks so much goddamn volumes. Last day says basically Hope sat on her ass and told others what to do. Yeah, I was like, boo, you need to sit there and pick up a pen and pad or something. Well, thank you, Darby. Thank you. Callie's so sassy. I just like, I am so surprised. I can't wait to sit there and do another collab with her though. I can't wait. Can't wait to do another collab with Cat Lady. Allison says, I always wondered the same thing about Ho. She's not a designer. She was Thomas' creative muse, nothing more. Exactly. And that's the thing, though, Allison, because Jonathan isn't there being like, she is a, she, Cat Lady once again leaves me speechless. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. But that's what I'm going to say, Allison. That's why when Jonathan was going to coming up with all the stuff that she does, I was like, wait, she actually does this shit? Like, I'm being dead serious, Allison. I was like, she actually does this shit? All right, it's time to sit there and be Victor Newman for a hot minute and peek into Kyrie's stream, see what's going on there. Oh, okay. Kyrie's is not streaming tonight. Let's see that coming. Yeah, I was. Thank you, Darby. I was gonna sit there and say yes. Darby says, "Okay, okay, sassy cat, it's your right. It is her right. Wait, it is her right, Darby. It is her right. Trust me, she Cat Lady can do damn near anything that she wants. Shit. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, I thought he was streaming tonight though. I don't know why. Allison says, hold on. Justin says, do you remember what happens on GH on Monday? Um, no. Jonathan, the only thing I remember is that they're still talking about Sam's death. I remember that much, Jonathan. I remember that because I was like, oh God, here we go again. Because I mean, I get it. A character died, it's like a person died, and I get that on a somewhat realistic level. But I'm also just like, I'm gonna be honest, Jonathan. I'm not looking forward to an hour of more depressing shit. Like I'm really not. It's like it's depressing, but without the. It's like This Is Us and stuff without the heartwarming stuff. It's just pure depressing, depress, depressive, depression. Allison says, at least I never noticed her doing anything other than lusting after men. Well, yes, and I do agree. I do agree. Um, last time, Days was actually good today. Last night. Now Donna says, I guess Hope was like the marketing VP where I used to work, the creative development, the content and graphics, and she signed off on what would get used. Hmm. Wow. Okay. Maybe I don't actually need to sit there and put out this video tonight or tomorrow. I seem like I have a firm grasp of what she does. My whole thing though, yeah, so last day says Holly comes running back to Tate. The only question is, would you take her back? Or he tell her what happened? I don't think he will. And I think that kind of sucks because as much as I don't like Sophia, no one deserves to be a consolation prize. And no one deserves to be lied to. And I have a feeling he's gonna do that. And Sophia was very cautious of going out with him because not that long ago she asked him point blank, if Holly wants to sit there and have another shot with you, would you take her back? And he said, I don't know. So she was ready to walk, but he was like, okay, let's just sit there and take this slow. And she agreed. So now Tayson did doing that, it's gonna go right back into her, well damn, you know, I was forthcoming with my feelings towards you and you took this chick back anyway. And as much as I don't like Sophia, I'm like, that's wrong. I mean, yeah, last say she's not in the wrong because it's like Tate said that he tried to make it seem like he wasn't going to take her back. And I think that's a pretty shitty thing to do if we're going to be honest. Johnson says, how would Victor felt seeing Xander plot to kill? Well, yeah, he would definitely turn over in his grave, Jonathan. But the bigger problem that I have with that Jonathan is that his thinking is the reason why Fiona's not in jail. If he didn't sit there and try to kill Brady, then Sarah would have had to sit there and lie to the cops, and Fiona's ass would probably be in jail at this point. But because Xander wanted to be Xander and solve his problems of trying to kill someone, he didn't learn shit. Okay, at one he wants to sit there and try to get Kristen to do it, but then he even said he was like, yeah, you know what? If he does not sit there and stop getting in my way, I'm gonna have to sit there and take his ass out. Like, so you didn't learn shit from weeks ago when she had a lie to sit there and save your ass. You didn't learn a goddamn thing. Jonathan, I swear, this is exactly the reason why I'm not really a Sarah and Xander fan. Solomon, it's been a while. What's going on with the soaps? I didn't catch B&B and Y&R this week. I heard angry. Yes. Solomon, I would sit there and say you should watch today's episode of Born to Beautiful because it's funny. Seriously, Solomon, because it's funny. Not for anything else, but because it's funny. And if you read the title, you know why, but it's also pretty funny. Lastly, it says Tasha and take Holly back. I mean, if you come after my family, we're done. Well, yes. Lastly, I think that he should just be honest. He should be honest. And I know, the thing is, what the is that people are going to sit there and make excuses for him. Oh, he's a teenager. He's young. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm just like, I'm not here for that shit. Jocelyn says inside would hate it if Xander killed her own brother. Yes. But that's the thing, though, Jonathan. Guess what wound up happening? 6 months, they get back together because the fans want it. See, that's the thing, though, Jonathan. They'll put those two back together even though they're not good for each other because the fans want it. So they find a ways to sit there and make them work. And at the end of the day, here's the thing, while I do believe in opposites can attract, I think if you're that far opposites with your moralities, it's going to eventually clash. And most normal people will be like, listen, I can't sit there and take somebody who wants to kill people. Or I can't take somebody who wants to sit there and be judging me or who I am and just let me be who I am. That shit would not work out. But because it's days and you want to sit there and appease the fans, the Sirens and the fans, we're kind of exactly, we're kind of stuck with that level of insanity, Jonathan. Lester says Tate definitely should be honest with Holly. Yes, and be honest with Sophia. Because if he wants to take her back, See? Exactly, Jonathan. Gwen was ride or die. She was the Letty to his Dom, to be honest. Solomon says, okay, then I try to watch all the episodes over the weekend. Last I saw on B&B, Carter was about to release his Snickers bar into Hulk. No. Oh, Solomon, I'm telling you right now, B&B was so funny the last couple of days. I'm telling you this, my Solomon. I laughed my ass off today. That's right, Dark. That's right, Jonathan. That's right. That's absolutely right. Darby says when did Albert become Mr. Moral High Ground? Well, Darby, I've always been the high moral ground. What are you talking about? I mean, you didn't know that was actually part of my nickname, Darby? Darby, 99% of the times I am morally superior in any situation. I can't think of a time that I'm not. That's just crazy to me. Lastly, says that's another problem that I have with Tate. Why don't they just make him in his 20s, oh, so he can stop with the teenage stuff? They got him and his 26-year-old because none of them looked like teens. Hmm. I think I'm the only person that actually haven't really looked at it like that. I mean, I'm not. I guess I'm the only person that doesn't really look at his actual age. Darby says, I thought it was Mr. Cup of Noodles. Well, Darby, I actually have many names. I have many names. I feel like I need a name for you. I'm gonna ask DC to give you to give you a soap opera name. I mean, even Cat Lady got her own name. Hell, actually, to tell you the truth, she got two names, and one of the names I gave her. So we gotta find a name for you. God damn it. Okay. There says, whoa, 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 whoa. I am not gonna even sit there and highlight that shit. Okay, Darby. Okay, my guy. Full of aliases. I don't. I'm gonna have to sit there and really think about that as far as other things tonight and be like, how did you even get to that conclusion? I guess. Darby, are you drinking tonight? Woman says, I don't understand. You mean to tell me Carter was so horny for the pee that you couldn't think about locking the door before getting. Absolutely, Solomon. Absolutely. My whole thing is, well, you didn't watch it today. And I wish you would have watched it in the last couple of days. I'm going to have to spoil it for you. My whole thing is, though, if she wanted to sit there and try to seduce Carter, she could have just texted him. She could have been like, hey, listen, I got to talk to you about something, and have Carter meet her in the room. Instead, my whole thing is anybody could have been in that. Anybody could have been in that. Anybody could have walked in there. Rich could have walked in there. Steffi could have walked in there. Like this scene of B&B does not make any sense. Oh no, no, I get it. Though. Okay, okay. You know what? Then all right, I can see that. I mean, I think that's kind of a stress, Darby, but like at least I understand where your thinking is coming from. Last day says it's just bizarre to see a 26-year-old guy play a 17-year-old teenager, at least to me. Also doesn't help I watched him on Disney DX show when I was younger when he was actually a teenager. No, yeah, no, I get it last day. You have a different perspective of him. I think that's the same thing with Kyrie. It's like Kyrie sees his age. I don't, but I see where you're coming from. But that's the thing, though, Solomon. Like, she could have sat there and texted him. If she actually wanted to surprise him, maybe says, you don't have a mountain of baby oil, so you can be saved. You know, it's funny, Darby. I told that same joke to Nikisha. Um, Nope, I have no reason to get baby oil. I can't even sit there and actually have a joke for that. Not because of the whole P Diddy thing, but just because I don't actually have a sarcastic joke for that. I mean, if I think of one, I'll sit there and say it later on, but I don't have one. That's right, Solomon. Amy is dying on wine. I really hope that rumor is false. Please don't tell me they brought the character back after. I didn't know that she was actually a character on the show. But I'm not gonna lie though, Solomon. This is why Audrey was like, this could be a scam. This woman that you don't know comes to your house and says, "Hey, listen, I'm dying of X, Y, and Z. You have a half brother. I need you to sit there and try to find him and make amends with him. Be a mentor towards him." That's a lot to sit there and dump on somebody who you just known not that long ago. Johnson says, "Who will Lily on Y&R end up with next?" You know, Jonathan, I'm surprised the way that they were going back and forth that she was ever with Billy in the first place. It seems so wild to me, but you know, Jonathan, seeing um, Summer and Kyle actually be in a good place today was also wild to me. Because when I started watching it, they were in a good place, and their fishness, their arguments, their ugliness got so bad that I was like, part of me was like, how did you ever even love each other? Harvey says that sounds so sleazy when you tell a woman that joke, but when I tell you that, it's hilarious. Well, yeah, I'm a guy. Um, I don't personally think it should sound so sleazy, to be honest. It's baby oil. Um, there's sleazier jokes you could sit there and make, and I don't think that's one of them. Thomas says, Albert, oh my god, of course, Josh Griffin had to F up the storyline. This could have actually been a good storyline. Not sure why the dingbat decided to recast the character, then kill them off. Well, I have no idea that they actually recasted them, so that's news to me. But you know, Solomon, I mean, their writing hasn't always been super impressive. I think Solomon sometimes that their writing sometimes is just good enough. Like it's good enough to not make us fall asleep. It's good enough for the most part to not make us just change the channel. It could be better, but hmm. Darby says a mountain of baby oil, Albert, that's hilarious. Hmm. I don't say it's a hilarious. Well, to me, I don't say it's hilarious, but I can imagine the stuff that you can do with a ton of baby oil. I just didn't tell you. I'll sit there and say there's one thing though. It's good for a controller. Baby oil is good for a controller, and I will sit there and say that. And I talk about a game controller. Anyway, as much as I don't want to, I have to end the stream here because I do have to wake up somewhat early tomorrow, early in the goddamn morning. But I do want to thank everyone for joining tonight, though. I really do. This is actually a lot of fun. I hope I get to see people in the member stream tomorrow. If you're not a member, definitely join. We're gonna have a lot of fun. You'll hear some behind the tea stuff that you don't hear in the normal stream. Um, Darby says you caught that much baby or people look at you funny. Well, that's not true, Darby. I'm a gamer. So like it's good for controllers. We'll sit there and say that. I mean, I know it's good for other things, but it's good for controllers. Thank you, Darby. Always appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good night, Solomon. Have a good night, gorgeous Queen Cat Lady. Um, I hope to sit there and see you in the member circle again. I'm missing you. I'm missing you and missing you. Well, spilling the tea with you and stuff like that in the chat. So, Allison, you just skyrocketed 90 points more just because you're a gamer. That is awesome. Appreciate you being here tonight. Whoever says he has hand control. See, when you say it like that, I was trying to sit there and trying to make it sound less pervy, and then you just go right. I can't with you, Darby. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with Albert Bostic. Thank you. Johnson says, good night, everyone. And hit the like button on the way out. Thank you. Research. Well, yes. I've always been old fashioned, but I think that's a very interesting route to go. Just saying. See, now, Darby, that's a little bit too much information, but I don't think everyone knows what research is, so um, got to work this weekend. Okay, Darby. All right. Well, hopefully you can watch the replay. It was really great to see you, though, Darby, and everyone else. Have a night, Janet. Have a night, Darby. I did. I did, Darby. I did. I did. Listen, Darby was giving me a lot of sass tonight, and I felt that that was interesting. I'll say that much. But yes, everyone have a great night. Make sure you hit the like button, share the videos. That definitely does help. And see you on the next stream. Laters.